David Erdos with poem 6 from Unease and Verses from Difficult Times. This poem is a sequel to its predecessor, which was a sequel to the one before that, making this a kind of trilogy, though I think it may be the beginning of a quartet, quintet, sextet or septet. Anyone watching a Sky television last night or Freeview television would have noticed the absence of a certain channel, implying a kind of state decision, which was certainly evidenced when I did some brief online research. However, today that channel seems to have been returned, so ever keen to keep my finger on the right button. This poem touches on that imbalance as a way of representing the mystification and troublesome environment we all seem to be dealing with in or out of a lockdown. The End of England, Part 3. And then Lazarus-like, it returns, unlike those lost to COVID. Appropriate, or so it would seem, after Easter, with last night's Google search soon replaced. This swapping of states makes news fake, but not in the bigoted way Trump concocted, but more as a first example of what we can and cannot trust. Truth defaced. Suddenly, life itself seems remote and analogous to channel hopping. And yet, even as chaos clicks us, I can't seem to catch the wavelength, one which we hope might extend some future happiness broadcast and communicate freely across and despite such pretense. It is as if a poem concerned with declining cultural standards was all at once as amorphous as the sight or sheen of a ghost, some strain of light in the dark, granting temporary glow to our faces, painting them as hope pixels and small fragments of fear fall too close. Tonight, the BBC4 channel is here. So why was it described as suspended? A brief, overt warning sent in some super covert way to the old in order to say, don't relax, there's any minute now, this will happen. Or don't get too cosy, for as soon as you smell the roses, the thorns will effortlessly take control. The discombobulation returns, chameleon-like, across platforms, whether behind the plinths of Greek statues or across Edenic soil, or your room. And so, once more, one small frame opens out to reveal a far bigger picture. I will search the screen now for traces, subliminal shards, light as doom. They are already watching us through our devices and phones. So why not television? Gogglebox be damned. Google graves us, just as now for this evening the heartbeat of art is heard beating. But will it remain just as fleeting? And for how long will the Renaissance way be resumed before a different dark age begins, which the Google box shuts to contain us, and its attendant big brother steps in from strange stations to watch and alert us to what we should do? Who presumes? David Erdos, April the 10th, 2021.